So for this project, you're gonna use a polyester macrame cord. I'm gonna put the link below in the description box. You're also gonna need a 3mm hook, and you're gonna need a stitch marker and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. So first you're going to do a slip knot. Then go ahead and chain 2. Next, in the second chain from the hook, which is this one, you're going to enter 6 single crochets. Just make sure you make your single crochets loose and not tight. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, and then in your first stitch, so we're gonna tighten this a little bit. All right, so in your first stitch, your first single crochet, which is this one, go ahead and slip stitch. All right, so once you finish your slip stitch, you're going to go ahead and place a stitch marker in that last stitch. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and crochet 2 single crochets into each of the stitches. One, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Go ahead and take out your stitch marker and insert 2 single crochets into that stitch. All right, so now go ahead and place your stitch marker in that last stitch. So for this project, we're not going to do a slip stitch going forward. We're just going to continue round and round for each round. This is what it looks like so far. All right, so for the third round, we're going to alternate between 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets into each stitch. So we're going to start by inserting 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Enter 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And then 1 single crochet in the next stitch, 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So continue with 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets. Alternate between those two until you get to your stitch marker, and meet me back and I will show you how to complete this round. So in the last stitch before the stitch marker, I inserted 1 single crochet into that stitch. Now I'm going to take out my stitch marker and then insert 2 single crochets into that stitch. And 2. So now you're going to insert your stitch marker in that last stitch. Alright, so for round 4, you're going to go ahead and insert 1 single crochet into the next 2 stitches, and then the third stitch you're going to insert 2 single crochets, and then you're going to repeat that. So 2 single crochets, so 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, and then the third stitch 1 single crochet. Sorry, 2 single crochets. So 1, the third stitch we're going to insert 2 single crochets. Now do an increase, and then the next stitch we'll do 1 single crochet, the next stitch 1 single crochet, and then the next stitch 2 single crochets. So just repeat that pattern all the way till you get to just before your stitch marker. All right, for the next round, we're going to insert 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then in the 4th stitch we're going to insert 2 single crochets, and we're just going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So we got 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to insert 2 single crochets, again we're going to repeat 1 single crochet, the next stitch 1 single crochet, and then the next stitch 1 single crochet, in the 4th stitch we're gonna have 2 single crochets. So just repeat that pattern all around. 1 single crochet into the next 3 stitches, and then in the 4th stitch you're going to insert 2 single crochets. All right, so I just completed 3 single crochets in the last 3 stitches. So now we're going to take out the stitch marker, and we're going to insert 2 single crochets into that stitch. Insert your stitch marker in that last stitch. So for this round, we're going to insert 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches, and then in the 5th one we're going to put 2 single crochets. have completed the last round. Let's go ahead and measure this. So the diameter is about 7.5 inches. So after this, we're just gonna take out the stitch marker, and this round we're just gonna put one single crochet in the next stitch, and we're going to place our stitch marker back into that first stitch. And this round we're just gonna crochet one single crochet into each of the stitches all around. We're not gonna do any increases for this round going forward, because we're gonna work on the body of the hat. All right, so I have completed my first round of one single crochet throughout with no increases. And so right now we're just gonna take out this stitch marker and place one single crochet into the next stitch. And then you're gonna place your stitch marker back into that stitch, that last stitch. All right, so now basically we're just gonna repeat this last step while working on the body of the hat. We're just gonna repeat that until we have the complete length for the body of the hat. So just continue with one single crochet into each stitch all around with no increases, and then just replace your stitch marker, take out the stitch marker, put one single crochet, and then replace it, and then just continue all with one single crochet into each stitch all around till you get to the stitch marker. So I'm gonna repeat that step, and then just gonna work on the body of the hat, and then I'll come back and tell you how many rows I have completed for the body of the hat. But remember, this stitch marker is there to be able to tell you how for you to be able to keep track of where you're starting and where you're ending, so that you can keep track of how many rows you're completing. All right, so I'm gonna complete a few more rows, and then I'll come back and tell you how many rows I have completed for the body of the hat. So I have completed the crown of this hat. So you can see, this is what it looks like. So I completed 22 rows of just one single crochet all around without any increases. So I am gonna measure the part from where we stopped increasing up until the last row that I just completed, just to show you how long it is. So you can see this is 4.5 inches. So that's how long I crocheted the rows without the increases. So now I also want to show you what the inside looks like. So as you can see here, I went ahead and I used a lighter and I burned this yarn right at the beginning. So just because if you don't do that, it might start to run and mess up your hat. So if you have a lighter, you can just go ahead and burn that, you know, so that you don't mess up your hard work. So yeah, so now we're going to begin working on the brim of the hat. So we're gonna start with one single crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then in the 3rd stitch we're going to insert 2 single crochets, so 1 and 2. So now in the next 14 actually in the next 16 stitches, we're going to insert one single crochet each. So one, oops, all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. All right, so in the next stitch, we're going to insert 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. So for the remaining stitches all around this row till you get to the stitch marker, you are going to insert 2 single crochets into 1 stitch, and then the next stitch you're going to insert 16 single crochets, and then 2 single crochets in the 17th stitch, and then you just continue that pattern throughout until you get to just before this stitch marker. And then I'll show you how to complete this round, and then I'll show you how to crochet the next round. All right, so we're almost at the end of this row. We're going to take out our stitch marker, and we're going to place 2 single crochets. So this is the last stitch for this row, and you're going to place your stitch marker in that last stitch. So now we're going to go ahead and place 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Next, you're going to place 1 single crochet, 2 single crochets into the next stitch. Next, we're going to go ahead and place 1 single crochet into the next 17 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. All right, so in the 18th stitch, we're going to go ahead and place 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. So next we're going to place 1 single crochet into the next 17 stitches, and then you're going to place 2 single crochets into the 18th stitch. So you're just gonna repeat that pattern all around. So 1 single crochet into the next 17 stitches, and then in the 18th stitch you're gonna have 2 single crochets. So repeat that pattern all around till you get to almost a stitch marker, and then we'll work on the next row. So I've completed the last row, and I went ahead and took out the stitch marker from the previous stitch, and so I am going to sorry, from the next stitch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So 1, 2, and then we'll go ahead and place our stitch marker into that last stitch. So for this next row, we're going to go ahead and place 1 single crochet into the next 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So after that, you're going to place 2 single crochets into the next stitch. 1, 2. All right, once you're done that, you're going to place 1 single crochet into the next 18 stitches, and in the 19th stitch you're going to place 2 single crochets. You're going to repeat that pattern, 18 single crochets, then 2 single crochets into the 19th stitch. You're going to repeat that pattern all around till you get to your stitch marker. So we're almost through with the brim of this hat. So let's just go ahead and measure the brim of the hat so far. So far we have about almost 4 inches. So we're gonna conclude the brim of this hat. So I just completed my last 2 double crochets. Oh, sorry, my last 2 single crochets. So I did an increase here. So I'm just gonna put 1 single crochet into each of the remaining stitches of this round. So I got 1 single crochet, and then in the next stitch we insert 1 single crochet. And then the last one before the stitch marker, we insert 1 single crochet. Then you're gonna take out your stitch marker, and then in that stitch where you just took out your stitch marker, you're just going to do a slip stitch All right, so now you're going to go ahead and insert one single crochet into the next stitch right after your slip stitch. All right, so now we're gonna do on the brim of this hat, we're gonna put some fan stitches. So now we're gonna skip 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and in the third one we're going to insert 5 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, next we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and in the third stitch you're going to insert 1 single crochet. That's what that looks like. So now go ahead and skip 2 stitches, 1, 2. In the third stitch you're going to insert 5 double crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and skip 2 stitches, 1, 2. In the third one you're going to insert 1 single crochet. So just go ahead and repeat that pattern all around till you get to this the beginning of this fan, the very first fan here. So we're just gonna repeat that all around till we get to this end. All right, so we are almost through with this, with the brim of the hat. As you can see, I have completed all the fans all around the brim of this hat. So now let's conclude this, the brim of this hat. So what we're gonna do now, as you can see, I have my last fan for this hat. Now I'm going to skip 2 stitches, and then in the third stitch I am going to insert a single crochet. All right, so after that single crochet, what we can see here, we have about 2 stitches remaining. So what we're gonna do, we're just going to insert one, we're going to do a slip stitch into the first stitch of the first single crochet of this fan. So you can see here, we're gonna insert our hook into that stitch. We're going to do a slip stitch, so pull a loop, and then you're going to pull through, and voila. So after that slip stitch, we have concluded this hat. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna chain 1, and we're going to go ahead and cut our yarn. Okay. So here you're going to pull this loop out, tighten that knot properly, and then you're going to turn this to the back, and you're just going to go ahead and hide that yarn all the way, go as far as you'd like, and once you get to the end, you're just going to find, so you're just gonna hide this, continue to hide this, and then when you get to almost the end, you're going to burn the tip of this yarn with a lighter, just so that it doesn't start loosening up. Okay, so because that would destroy your hat. So just gonna do it one more time, and then I'll finish it up at a later time. Okay, so I will finish that up later. So yeah, this is what the hat looks like, really beautiful. So I am just gonna use, you can make a flower and attach it to the side, but I'm gonna put a ribbon, because I like to wear it with different colors of outfits, so just kind of match the ribbon with whatever outfit I'm wearing. So I'm just gonna tie that around and make a bow. And there you have it. That's what that looks like with a bow. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, thank you so much for watching.